A walk to the corner. That's how easy it is for children in Chicago to get a gun. The state now has one of the highest number of guns recovered from kids in the country. And that quick access, sadly, a way of life on a side of town most forget, the West Side. I wanted to hear their stories from them and what these children tell me even stunned police.
We have a person calling for help.
In America's third largest city, the police scanners barely rest.
We have a battery in progress.
They're heard all across Chicago.
The ambulance is passing Austin now.
So put your arm through there.
But riding with Cook County Sheriff's Police, we see some neighborhoods
This area is a high crime area.
notoriously face more challenges than others.
And heavy gang activity.
And heavy gang activity. Yes. We've arrested a number of people just on that corner. It looks like a drug deal just went down behind us.
We got a person with a gun,
Chicago's West Side, where we found many kids are wiser than their years in some of the most dangerous ways.
All it takes is one phone call. And you can find it off the streets, or people will sell them to you.
It's so easy, they're getting their hands on them before getting out of high school.
How old were you when you held a gun for the first time?
I was 15 years old.
Or even elementary school.
I was 4 years old.
You can find a gun anywhere in our neighborhood.
It took months to find kids willing to talk to us. Some families were afraid of retaliation on their blocks. But as we spent time with them,
Then they just start shooting.
the kids opened up about their access to guns. We concealed their identities for their safety. Others, now young adults, want to show their faces. All of them putting a voice to an epidemic now in this state, especially in Chicago.
I always felt that urge, like I want to be around them.
CBS 2 analyzed new data from ATF. It reveals in 2018, Illinois had one of the highest numbers of firearms recovered from children, nearly 600. Special Agent in Charge, Tim Jones.
A very serious issue, and we can see that in the numbers.
Illinois consistently ranks among the top 5 states in the country every year for the last 6 years. And the number of guns recovered from kids has gone up nearly 50% in that time. We'll call this 16-year-old girl Danielle.
So at what point did you feel like you wanted a gun?
When I lose people.
Danielle says at least 10 of her family members and friends have been shot and killed. The most recent casualty, her ex-boyfriend, just days before this interview.
It's not going to stop.
And that's made her want to protect herself with a gun. So how did she get one?
Friends.
Friends?
Devontae Williams is now 20. He admits he used to be a drug dealer and carried a gun at 16.
Have you ever shot a gun?
Yeah, I have. I had shot on the street before.
He says often a kid can just walk a couple blocks on the West Side and find a gun for free, stashed by someone else.
In the alley, right on 15th the Ridgeway. We had found it. We was walking. We instantly just looking around on the ground, and it was behind a garbage can, behind a wheel.
It was that easy.
Yeah.
Is that something that you're familiar with?
It's surprising to hear that the kids know about that.
Immersed in the streets, Devontae's also been on the other end of a gun, shot at 16 by a boy the same age.
Do you remember thinking, like, this is it?
I thought I was gonna die, because there was so much blood on the ground, and it just kept on bleeding out.
Henry, 16, held his first gun at 10. It came from a cousin, and he says getting one from an adult is just as easy.
Yeah, hand you guns, and just keep you on the streets with it, make sure you're safe.
Special Agent Jones says he's seen adult gang members who don't want to get caught with guns exploit kids by handing the weapons off to them.
If a juvenile gets caught with a firearm, the likelihood of them being severely punished is rather low.
Jones says federal law doesn't allow many ways to prosecute kids with guns. It falls on local law enforcement, like Chicago police and prosecutors. And because of the high rate of gun violence on the West Side, the Cook County Sheriff's Police, with Lieutenant Arthur Jackson, have come in to help CPD, setting up a command post in the heart of Austin.
They've had shootings up and down throughout these neighborhoods.
But even when local police arrest a kid with a gun, state laws often let them off with little punishment. they could be back on the streets in hours. So now, Representative Anthony DeLuca of South Suburban Chicago Heights is pushing a state bill to stop kids from getting off with just probation when they're caught with a gun more than once. Back on the west side, Lieutenant Jackson says sheriff's officers aren't relying only on the law to stop the violence.
Our goal really is to try to reach them early before they even get to that point.
With police mentoring programs in west side schools.
This corner is like the center of violence in North Lawndale. Over there across the street is called the Holy City because that's the birthplace of the Vice Lords. And to your right, going west, that is called K-Town.
Derek Brown is a former Vice Lords gang chief.
I was shooting at people, I was getting shot.
He also focuses on mentoring, sharing his troubled past with kids and showing them a better way.
Showing them a sense of family.
Brown works closely with Reverend Robin Hood, who counsels kids and helps them find jobs.
They had easy access to guns, then a bus pass to go to school or work.
They don't believe locking kids up solves the problem, especially when the opinions and laws come from people who don't live in these neighborhoods or know the kids like they do.
That child should be directed to the right program so he or she can get reprogrammed so they wouldn't have the sense of they want to hurt someone.
If I could stop one from shooting and killing somebody, if I can just save one, I will be happy.
Brown and Hood say they've already exceeded that goal, changing the behavior of several kids. Remember Devontae? He says it's starting to work for him.
I just started being here a little bit more often, because some days I miss him. Then I was just like, man, I just missed me a day. I could have learned something.
But with streets like these, where guns are so easy for kids to come by, there's no denying the answers are complex. And voices like this remain.
And I picked up a gun.
I've held the gun, but yeah, plenty of times.
All right, I need a unit to follow that ambulance.
Now, these kids were just some of the voices in Austin, North Lawndale. There are certainly more in other West Side neighborhoods like Little Village. As for the bill, Representative DeLuca couldn't get it passed in the fall session that just ended. He faces stiff opposition from Black Caucus members and community leaders, but he plans to push for hearings on that bill next year.
Irika, fascinating report. So, I mean, with the ATF basically saying Illinois is at the top of the list when it comes to guns confiscated from kids, some people say there needs to be a legal remedy or deterrent. How do lawmakers explain being against a legal law remedy?
Well, I think some of them would say that locking them up doesn't rehabilitate them, especially at such a young age. Maybe these kids can find a better way through mentoring. Now, that is something that DeLuca is trying to push also in his bill, possible counseling services, mental health services, so that it's far-reaching instead of just putting them behind bars.
Okay. That's good stuff. Thank you, Irika.